taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
We only have one card again, and which is nice. Just having one card a week on the weekend is not bad. But in this case, you just wish there was a little bit more high profile. I mean, its whole profile, it's high profile as is because it's the return of Teofimo Lopez, and he's making his 140 debut.
Oh, there's some Texas toaster leavings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, last time we saw Teofimo Lopez, he was in the fight of the year, where he was bleeding and he made someone bleed, but he lost his belts to one George Kambosos, who has since, got jabbed out of his belts by Devin Haney. And Teofimo, was making his excuses, everything from the hole in his chest to not being focused to a lot of different things. Him and his father were kind of going off about certain things that caused him to lose his belts. Fell on deaf ears, and we were all thinking like, oh, Top Rank is probably gonna start bushing him now because it was him making a stink about what he got paid was the reason why the whole shit with Kambosos played out, and although he got paid, he lost his belts in the standing. This pound for pound.
Top Rank ain't gonna. I don't think Top Rank is gonna get rid of him. They realize that he's a money maker. And he brings attention, and he's one of the new young lions type of deal,
right? And
they just ain't going. There's no reason, unless he goes completely off the rails, where they can't reel him back. They're realizing that I guess they got their version of Broner or whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, literally, he got every. It's almost like similar, a lot of personal problems, a lot of personal demons. It's.
But see, the thing is, Broner's shit is more entertaining to look at, and there's some humor in it. There's some dark moments. It's like a Netflix series that kind of gives you everything. Where Teofimo shit more kind of. Sad.
I don't know. I mean, because
I'm talking about Broner. You got to look at Broner's whole career, most
of the guys know I was not a fan of Broner's antics. A lot of them were silly. I was not fucking with Broner. I thought because I hate what things I hate more is undisciplined shit. This nigga lost the belt because he wanted to eat ice cream.
Okay, silly. I get it. Cool. The same silly, goofy, entertaining. It wasn't entertaining to you. It was entertaining to some of us.
Right.
with Teo, the only entertainment from Teo just comes in the boxing ring.
Right.
Yeah. Nowhere else. Everything else outside of it just feels depressing.
Yeah.
Sad. That's too much info.
Dude is clearly talking about suicide, implied suicide. It's implied a lot of dark things. And people had.
Everybody's allowed their dark moment or their real nigga moment type shit. But it's with Teo, it just seems so much, and it's you're kind of god damn, alright, y'all gotta stop putting the camera in front of this dude's face.
He always thinks he won the fight.
Yeah, it's you seen that one clip? I think it was Kriegel.
Yeah, interviewing him, right?
Interviewing him, and then it's he went left, and it was ASAP, and you're oh damn, that's what I'm saying. Broner don't give you that shit. I know he'll wild out on the IG sometime with
on Jim Gray.
Yeah, on Jim Gray, but in
or any Showtime.
And low key, Jim Gray need to be getting wild.
Yeah, he needs to get checked. Definitely, he deserves that shit.
Yeah, he need to get checked every now and then.
But he also shot on Bernstein and LRB. That is crazy.
Yeah. I don't agree with everything Broner do. Shit, the Bernstein shit was uncalled for.
The Bernstein shit was.
Yeah, that shit was I felt bad.
LRB deserved that shit.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with the LRB shit. That shit was hilarious. But the Bernstein, I don't know. That shit was just. The Bernstein don't bother nobody.
Right.
And so I'm just that was some bully shit to me. Damn, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but Teofimo. Now obviously, we've always said 140 right now is one of the best divisions in boxing, and it's one of the divisions where you can say that on Top Rank or PBC or even outside of those two.
That's why you said boxing, because it's bigger than the Stand Wars.
Yeah, exactly. 140 is, and 140, and it's, of course it helps that like the reigning linear champion there is on Top Rank. So I mean, I could see this as being a stepping stone to trying to maybe make a fight with Taylor. I mean, obviously that probably would have been a thing if Teofimo kept his belts. I mean, that probably would have been the next fight. But now he has to rebuild and go up to 140 now. So they have him in the ring with Pedro Campa. Like I said, now, Mexican. I don't know if you want to call him a journeyman because he only has one loss. He's like 34-1.
But isn't he unknown puncher?
He sure is. 34-1-1 with 23 knockouts. Absolutely.
Oh damn, he's just not from South America though. Fuck.
Right. Yeah, that or the random Asian or the random African fighter. Yeah,
I was just referring to the poll from yesterday, like with the who's more likely to survive a South American puncher.
People were like, where'd that come from? But it was answering
that's petty.
That was Vlad.
Oh shit, no, but I mean,
we got a Mexican unknown puncher. Is that close enough?
That's close enough, But yeah, I mean, if you look at his record, he doesn't really have any signature wins. I mean, he's fought predominantly in Mexico with the exception of maybe one or two fights. So it's like, it could either be a showcase, or we could have one of those unexpected, or Teofimo's, has an unexpected war, which what Cambosis turned out to be. You
got some factors here. First of all, it's in 140, and 140 is already, that shark infested division.
Deep with killers.
Then you got the layoff. He's coming off the layoff. Injury, all that shit going on, the sickness, whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. You got the dude. Dude's also a puncher. It's like this look like it could be like you said, one of those. It could go either way type. It could be a showcase, or it could be a
trap fight. Yeah,
a trap fight.
And also, Campa is also pretty young too. I think he's 30 or he's a little bit younger than 30, something like that. So pretty much, he could be motivated, and I think he's also trained by Manny Robles too, as well.
Oh fuck, this guy coming to win, dude. He ain't down. He ain't gonna be fucking around. Like, come on, man.
Because look like for him, because they said he had a full 8-9 week camp and shit like that. So dude might be
Teofimo's gonna fight the best version of this dude possible. Right.
So we most like Teofimo needs to be the best version of himself. Like, not even a half-ass, none of that shit. Like,
because this dude had a long time to train, because this fight was made months ago.
Teofimo fought 4 times 2019 and only fought 1 year, after that, ever since.
Yeah, well, one because of the whole pandemic shit,
Pandemic, yeah.
But then the other one was, because when he won those belts, dude went on the unprecedented.
That Triller shit fucked him, man. Whatever happened, that was just,
And the funny thing too, it wasn't really Triller that fucked him. Triller had to play, but it was him. Like, dude caught COVID and all this other shit, and Triller had to postpone that shit, but then Triller, lost control of the card, and and then the only good thing out of that is
because they was trying to put it in Australia, put it here.
Yeah. Even though it was in Florida, where it was perfectly fine where it was. Like,
hey, a Loma win like that should have, crazy to squander that. They could have put you to superstardom, that in itself needs to be a documentary one day. Like how Teofimo, how that Triller shit all fell apart. Like, but he ended up losing his belts. That because of all that shit. Because you can't fuck around like he did in the whole year against someone who was super hungry. History could repeat itself in this case with a heavier puncher. So
in a more dangerous division,
right?
Just let's have him rebound. Rebound at 140.
Right.
We gonna have to go into the sub 500 folder.
Right.
Yeah, and truthfully, if he was fighting someone like that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I mean, Duke should have more than enough to beat that. But if I had to give a prediction, I mean, I'm gonna go on Lopez winning, but I for some reason I'm thinking it's gonna go some rounds. Like I'm thinking maybe it might be like a 9th or 10th round knockout. I mean, if I'm wrong, hey, fuck it. But the factors on this fight could be like, you know, he might be taking some rounds. At least to me, it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the 9th round knockout for Teofimo Lopez. What about y'all?
Wow, okay.
What about y'all?
I think he's gonna come in and try to make a statement. I don't think it's gonna last 8-9 rounds. I think it'll go 5 rounds. So he's at a new weight where he's more comfortable. He'll look better. I think he'll look better at 140 than he did at 135. You know, he needs to get his head right. But I think he's coming in. He's gonna make a statement. So I'll say 5th round KO.
Word. Pilot, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the 5th too. I think we'll get him out there in 5. I just think, again, try to make a statement and, you know, prove that he's back. Hopefully, he doesn't slip up because you never know. The great unknown. Right. But I think he'll actually, not 5. I'll say 7. He'll win in 7. He'll knock him out in 7 rounds.
What about you, LB?
Teofimo by decision.
Okay, decision win.
I honestly think we're gonna get like a scrappy little fight between these two. Like
that's logical. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I know Teofimo power gonna carry like that crazy or anything.
Yeah, and then know.
Yeah, you never know. And then it's different because you're fighting bigger guys too.
Right. And I think Campa is slightly the larger guy too in the ring. So
yeah. I mean, he's a decent sized dude. Like I've seen him, so like, so I don't know. I think like there might be a knockdown or whatnot, but with the circumstances in this fight and everything, like I think this might be almost nip and tuck. Like, might have some shades of Dog Bay Lopez.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Teofimo by decision. Maybe a 116, 112, 115, 113, and then one guy gonna have it 118, 120. I mean, 110, 118, and we're all gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Top rank's always good for that one judge that clearly looks at his shoes and fills out the card beforehand before
the Martinez Paul Williams one judge.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I didn't see a fucking war. I saw a boxing exhibition. Yes, that's what it was.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Especially since that check cleared, and I got the alert on my phone. Yeah.
These amenities at the hotel were on point.
Right. Oh man, but one thing about this card though, of course, I wish that Top Rank had paired this with at least some fight in there that could move the needle, whether in their division or whatnot. But as usual, Top Rank has been doing, in 2022, the prospects are all over this card. Xander Zayas is in the co-main, and then you got Duke Reagan and Troy Isley, in the prelim stuff. So it's like you get that's one thing about Top Rank. Yeah, it's nice that you got the prospects fighting regularly, but yeah, you gotta it can't be just have a marquee type of fight and then you just put prospects all over the card. Like you gotta have at least one prospect that's in the fight that's gonna move their division, that's gonna move something in their division.
So what about Zayas? Like, is his fight good or is his matchup good or nah?
I mean, for 154, he's fighting someone I've never seen fight before. Elias Espada, 22-4, 15 KOs. He's like I said. This is he's fighting at 154. So if I don't know him at 154, then yeah,
damn,
yeah, because his name doesn't ring a bell at 154. So it's basically that type of situation. Like, and I get it. He's still young or whatever. But like if but there's nothing that separates them from the other preliminary fights, other than Top Rank probably wants to push them because they want their Hispanic superstar, especially one from Puerto Rico. So I mean, I get it. It is what it is, but you just want him to actually just be. I mean, it might be a little bit early to put him in into a 50-50 fight, maybe. But you gotta have something. You gotta have another fight in there that's scheduled that's 50-50. Something.
Yeah.
But it's boxing. Sometimes somebody upsets the apple cart. I just don't see it on this card though, except in the main event. But yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it about that card. It's the only card next weekend, and then obviously next the weekend after that, there'll be two bigger cards which we'll get in more depth into next weekend. But we do have one more topic